That is recording. So we'll just figure that out after. And you got yours going, Haley?
Yeah, it's screen recording now.
Okay. Well, this is why I love having the not professional version of Zoom, because it's 8 o'clock and we have to get started or it's going to kick us off. So nothing like a little pressure.
Make sure you mute everybody so we can hear you.
Yeah. Good call.
Go to participants.
What? Yes.
Yes.
Mute all.
We like to hear it all, but you know.
Well, it says.
We can all mute her.
Okay, and then Haley, or can I just unmute Haley?
I got it.
Okay. All right. So we're recording before we got all that jazz figured out. You guys, it's going to be such a good call. Well, I think so anyway, because I remember not too long ago, we've only been doing this for 10 months now, and just wanting so badly to do all the things. I wanted to do the IPAs. I wanted to do it right, do it well. And, you know, those IPA challenges would come out and I'd be like, okay, but then I'm the type that I'm like, okay, compartmentalize, cut it all out. I'm just going to do this right here. And it worked out and I did it. But I just know I've heard a lot from a lot of people that it can be overwhelming and confusing and not knowing where to start, how to start. So Haley and I were chatting and, you know, her team is
exploding.
It is. Oh man, you guys, this is so exciting. But we're like, okay, how do we train up all these new people really well? And how do we simplify it so that they get all that they need right from the beginning, whether or not everything is utilized right away? That's something else entirely. But how can we simplify this? I mean, I have a lot of new people myself and on other legs of my team. And so we're like, all right, let's do this thing. So we had a good long chat, well, the other night and then today, and we're just like, oh, we have to share this stuff. So Haley sent me this training. Who was it from? Emily Gibson? Was that one Emily Gibson?
Yes, Emily Gibson. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. So.
She sent me one, and there was like this couple. I don't even know who they are, but are they diamonds now? They're quirky.
I don't remember.
Apparently, they're the funniest couple in the world, also, or Plexus. We're not really sure. Yeah. But they just said it like it is, and they put it out there, and they kept it simple. So we're like, let's do a Zoom, and let's share what we have found out with all of our people. So we kind of wanted to just like redefine IPA because it's income producing activities. For any of you who are like, what is IPA to begin with? That's just the acronym for income producing activity. But that can be a lot of things. That can mean a lot of things to different people. And so we just kind of really brought it down to the basics. And income producing activity is simply daily actions that produce growth in your business. What are you doing every day to produce growth in your business?
This doesn't have to be Plexus. It does not have to be, or like, it doesn't have to have the word Plexus in it for it to be
absolutely. Right. So yeah, we think, oh, we have to barf Plexus all over the world in order to bring us business, you know, and it's so much less that than it is that. The less you say about Plexus, the better. And it seems weird, but it works. So before we really get into this and really kind of explain, it really boils down to two things. Two different actions that make the IPA successful and effective. Before we get there though, we want to address something that you hear a lot about. It's the old mindset. often have you guys heard that? Just raise your hand if you're like, yes, heard about the mindset. Heard about the mindset. Yes, we heard about the mindset. You guys, it is so vital, so key. We're like, yes, we want this business. We want to go silver. We want to go ruby. We have our goal set and we want to do it. And, you know, we get down and we get all of our papers and pens out and we're ready to sit down and do it. And then you're like, oh, it's so hard. Oh, it's so hard. Well, I can't do that because what else? What are some others? Like,
I don't want to because I'm busy, or I don't have anything to do, or I have no friends, or I don't know what to say.
Excuses.
It's excuses that you don't wipe them out. There's no excuses.
No, and this is the thing. Okay, you can't. Okay, you don't. No, you whatever. Well, do it or don't do it. So, but don't make it an excuse. Like, if it's not your thing, then just say, I'm not doing that. But sitting there saying, well, I don't know how, or I need someone to show me or teach me, or I don't get it. You know, those are all legitimate things. There is so many resources out there. There is YouTube. There's your outline. There are your sidelines. There's Google. There are countless ways to get the information you need. And so it boils down to excuses. You don't want it. You want the benefits without putting in the effort, the try, the doing it. Okay. So before we get into IPA schmiPA, if you don't want it, it's going to be too hard. It's going to be too difficult. It's going to be too confusing. It's, we're right now what we're doing, we're breaking it down super simple. We are taking it down to these two little nuggets that you can take home and put in your pocket, and you can pull them out whenever you need to. But more than any of that, you have to want it and you have to decide to do it. And it is okay if you say, that's not for me. That is okay. But it's being honest with yourself and deciding, what am I willing to do? What am I willing to put in for this? Yeah?
Well, and there's that saying, either watch me or join me. So it's like, you can either move the excuses aside and try your best because you want to go senior gold, ruby, emerald, diamond, whatever it is, then do it, or watch other people do it while you sit there and you could have been doing it, but excuses got in your way.
Yes. So not to come all down like with a hammer to start this off, but this is really key to getting started and doing this well. It's really taking that honest look. What are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go? And we all have our lines and know where those lines are. And then then there's no questions and now there's no excuses. You go as far as you're willing to go. And you know it. There's no confusion. There's no question there. This is simply a matter of doing it. And that's what I love about this. You have endless, like I said, resources. There are endless trainings from people who have done it. People at the very top are so willing to share their secrets with you and tell you how to do what they've already done. We don't have to pay for it, you guys. This is the most generous company. Other people charge for their trainings on how to get to the top. We have this for free all over YouTube. You can pick your personality.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. It might not be everybody, It might be a Brooke Hemingway. It might be, I'm not good with name dropping, so throw out some other names, Haley.
Emily Roberts.
Sure. Amber Miller. Okay. Pick your personality. Find who you most resonate with. Watch them. Learn from them. Do what they do. Don't make excuses. Do what they do. Okay. Breaking it down. 2 things. Being a good friend. Write this down. IPA. Number 1, be a good friend.
Simple.
IPA point number 2. Post authentically. This means post in a way that you would draw yourself. Does that make sense? What would inspire you, you know?
Or post like someone that inspires you. We all have an Instagram account that we're like, I want to be like them. I want their life. But really, they're just posting like someone else inspired them, you know?
Right.
So we need to post like someone that inspires us.
Right. And not everyone inspires us. And this goes back to finding your personality, your personality match, right? Find people that are similar to you that you're like, ooh, I dig that. I like that. Now, this does not mean copy. This does not mean copy, paste, screenshot, post. This means, what are they doing? What are they saying? What kind of picture did they take and post with that? I am not even kidding you guys. I have literally taken a post and looked at it, and she had this picture like this, and then had a little arrow or graphic or something there. So I'm like, try
Yeah, I've done that too.
picture with me, right? And put in a little bit of a different arrow and change the words, right, to the different sale that's going on right now or whatever. But this is how we learn, and this is how you do it. We don't have to be geniuses. We don't have to be network marketing geniuses to make this work. It means that we find someone who is doing it well, and we do what they do. It means take that.
Okay.
And you, oh, yeah.
I was going to jump in really fast. I was going to
Yeah,
say
go.
GG info, and all the other things. You do not take plexus puked posts, if that makes sense, copy it, take that picture, and then post it onto your wall. That is going to be the death of your business. You do not take informational posts from the GG groups and post it on your wall. You have to post your life, your health, and your business. The healthier that you are, the healthier your business is going to be. So paint a picture of your life and do it well. Please do not copy and paste info, post, and paste it to your wall. Okay.
No. Love it. That is, ooh, that's so key. That is so key. We are not, listen, you have to remember what drew you to Plexus. Now, it's occasionally nice to know kind of what you're getting into, but those product posts and those really, really informational heavy posts, those are really great when you're kind of already in. And now you're like, what is it? I'm interested. Now tell me more about it. That is where we send those in Messenger. That is where we, screenshot and tag people and things like that. But what drew you in? It was somebody's story, was it not? Someone that you trust, someone that you saw. You didn't say, I saw these great information posts. You said, I saw so-and-so's life was really changing. And health, I knew they were so sick and they're not sick anymore. Like, that's what drew you in. And so when we post, you guys, we're painting a picture of our life. We're telling a story. It's like, when Haley and I were talking, it's like a series. You watch TV shows, right? And every episode is different, right? It's never the same story, but it has that same storyline. They kind of pick up where they left off, and there's a new plot and a new crisis that they have to undo or whatever. But that's our Plexus posts. It's our what are we doing with our kids today? What did we eat for lunch? How are we, enjoying nature? What did we do to be active today? It's just letting people in on our story. And then you say, oh, and by the way, this is my pink drink today. Or I didn't have this much energy 6 months ago, and look at me go. Or, and so you're kind of weaving this in and out, but it's really what was that? I didn't quite, what do they do? And so next time you come by, they're like, ooh, what does she have to say? And it draws people in, and they're like, all right, tell me, I want the deets. And at that point, that's when you're like, here's the information for you, right? Okay, so
let me give you a quick example, Aunt Leash.
Yeah.
1 second. I just want to give a quick example so people understand kind of what we mean by tell a story. So my side of like the business kind of exploded as soon as I took it and started making myself healthier. So I started walking 3 miles a day. And instead of saying Plexus helped me do this, or because of Plexus, I have this energy, I posted and said, I have so much energy. I can't believe I was able to wake up early because before I just laid in bed. And I went on about how I'm doing 3 miles a day. And now I have the energy to train for a marathon. And I am just so grateful that I'm here and took this health journey. Said nothing about Plexus. My inbox, I'm not even kidding you, 10 messages. What are you doing? How do you have all this energy? Boom. That's it. It's that easy.
Right. Okay, so get back to like the 2 things. All right, we have be a friend. So this is critical before you post, okay? Before you do any sharing your life with other people, you do not push posts until you have been a friend, until you have gone to your friends' walls and you have commented on their posts. You have, seen a cool picture and gone and messaged them and said, oh, I liked your post. You probably saw that, but I just want to tell you, like, that was a really, really cool, blah, 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 whatever, right?
That's a huge thing is messaging. If you see something you really like, message them.
Another thing is anything you can do to like come up with a reason to message them, right? Because you're like, oh, it's been 5 years. What can I come up with? I use memories, and granted, I was trying to think about them when I was looking at my list. But when I think about them, what memory came up in my mind? And I'm like, oh, I just had to tell you, I was thinking about you today and I had remembered this memory, whatever. And I share that with them. And, they don't have to know that their name was on my list. And that's what triggered the memory. But we find ways to connect, right? We really seek out that meaningful connection.
Well, this is really embarrassing, but I did that. That's one thing that I do. I pulled out my hope chest. I don't know if any of you have one of those where you keep all your pictures from years and years ago. And I was like, okay, I have this friend on Facebook. I need to find pictures with this friend. And I went through so that I could take pictures and say, hey, I just ran into this today, cleaning out my hope chest. I didn't say that I was looking for it to look for an excuse to talk to them, but I do that.
Right? We do whatever works. And this is like, you guys, it's like when we talk about it, it's like it sounds so scheming, but we have to remember why we're doing what we're doing. Right? Mm-hmm. It's not like we're selling pocket watches. We are giving people their lives back. And when we think about people we know who could use this, we find ways in to reconnect and really cultivate that relationship again, because they were special to us at one point, and there may be some distance in time, but that's nothing that we can't regain with some intentional effort, right? Visiting, set up dates, coffee dates, walking groups, find ways to like really connect. And you guys, this just enriches our own lives. It's not like this heavy burden that we have to bear that is like, wow, no payoff. Like whether or not they ever even join us in Plexus, we are created to live in community and relationship with other people. And the more we can do that in real life, it only enriches our own lives, regardless of the outcome, if they ever sign up with this or not. So all of this stuff is it's just beneficial. And it doesn't take that much effort. When you have your list, I encourage all of you, if you have not made a list of at least 20, don't limit yourself at 20, but at least 20 if you have not started. Get a list of anyone that you know that is sick, that is tired, that is weary, that has, emotional issues, that is broke as a joke, and you're like, they could never afford it. You don't get to make that decision for them. You put those names down, and then you get to work on loving them well. You love them well. You guys, I can guarantee here, Bridget would raise her hand Haley would too. Wendy's on, my mom, Lori. I mean, I don't even know who else is on, but we have these lists and we have names ticked off because it works. People that I never would have connected with if I hadn't intentionally started working on that relationship again. So you guys, you never make a post without loving your people first, ever. First of all, you put them before you, and that's just how things work in this world, right? We just lift other people up before we put our own selves up on a pedestal.
That's literally the secret of Plexus right there. Be a genuine friend.
We could stop there. We could actually stop there, because if you were a genuine friend and you really cultivated those relationships, these conversations would happen and you wouldn't necessarily ever have to post. Be a good friend. Be a good friend. Be a good friend. Now, when you are a good friend on Facebook and then you go post, your post is now visible to them. This is how Facebook works. You connect with them first, then suddenly they see what you post. You don't connect with them, they don't see what you post. So you have to connect first, then make your post. This is key, you guys. It's crucial. This is not something that you can like skip past and see fruit from. You're not going to see the fruit. You won't. You'll be posting and posting and posting until the cows come home, and you will not see the fruit. You might get a little bite or two, but we're not going for a few nibbles, right? We're going for life-changing, like, flood. Okay, so no excuses. Be a friend, and then post authentically.
I want to add to post really fast. Your stories on Instagram and Facebook are a cheat sheet. Post Plexus in your stories. You can post the word Plexus. You can post your packs that you're trying to get out there. And then, yeah, exactly. And post testimonies, like little short snippets of testimonies. Your story is your cheat sheet for that. So use that up but all along also posting videos of your normal life. But that's your cheat sheet. Again,
stories give you a lot more wiggle room, is basically what she's saying, to like be a little bit more edgy or pushing the limit. Yeah. But you guys, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. This is really what I found. A 3-to-1 ratio, your life to Plexus. And not saying Plexus, 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 but like your life and then one like more overt Plexus post, right? And that's the same goes for your stories. You can make your stories a lot longer, like, multiple stories in there and whatever, but you can't just storyline your Plexus either. It's got to be your life, your stories, it's your TV show. It's what people are watching, and they're like, what did they got on today? Oh, what are they doing? It's just, we're so nosy. Yeah. We are the nosiest. Well, people are nosy, right? We're not the nosiest people because all people are nosy. We just like to have a peek what's going on in the other people's lives, right? So 3-to-1 ratio, really, whether it's even stories or your wall. But then,
well, maybe you're sitting there like, okay, well, 3-to-1, what's my Plexus post if it's not, gonna work for me to go copy and paste a GG info thing.
Right.
Well, you could do it in a more strategic way. So like for me, I post a little boomerang or a video of my husband chugging his pink drink. And I say something like, the health benefits I have seen from him drinking this have been incredible. I still don't say the word Plexus, but now the supplement that is helping him and me and everyone else feel good is now in the picture, in the video on my wall. And I consider that my Plexus post.
That's a Plexus post. There you go. You guys, it is 2 things. If you need help with this and figuring out like, how do I post I want to post this, how do I make this a good post? Ask your uplines. We are here to help you figure out how to make good Plexus posts, right? But like we said before, find the person that you kind of jive with and you kind of like to emulate, and make your posts you. They have to be you. They are going to be so see-through. If you're kind of more of a stoic, very serious type that has, I like to tell it like it is, whatever, and then you have some really bubbly, loads of emojis, big long wordy thing that and you post it, and the people that know you and love you are going to see right through that, and it will not be effective. It will not be effective for you. Likewise, if you're fun, blah, 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 I don't know a lot about anything, but I'm a fun friend, and then you post this super newsy, detailed, science, and they're like, what? This is out of left field, weird. You know what I mean? You guys have to post authentically. We want to help you do that. We want to help you do that. These two things, you guys, being a friend and posting authentically are going to change everything for your IPAs. The quickest little thing that we have to throw in for IPA is your team building. Okay, so this is where you get people under you, or if you don't have people under you quite yet, this is more people that you have that are interested in their actual potentials, not people that are just on your list, but they've been like, hey, I'm kind of curious. What was that? You have to follow up. You have to follow up with any lead. You guys, a heart, a like, ooh, that's cool. They're interested. They're interested. You guys have to know that's interested. They don't have to overtly say, please tell me more, and I want to sign up now. You guys, people are so just they just want to tip-tap their toe and just see if the wall's going to blow over, And we just have to, we don't jump and pounce like lions, but we address those things and say, hey, yeah, this is really great. Oh, I'd love to tell you more, blah, whatever. And then take it from there. If you need help with that, please, please, please come to your uplines. That is what we are here for. Navigate these first few people, maybe more than a few, however long it takes for you to feel confident in how you handle those things. We are here for you for that. So customer care, reach out to your
really fast.
Yeah.
So another thing with the team is it's kind of like when you start your day, this is how your IPA should go. Number one, be a friend, go comment. And then after that, you make your personal posts or add to your story. And then if you have a team,
right?
Maybe you don't, but if you have a team, that is when you go answer questions, you go help them. Maybe you don't have a team yet, but that's when you go to someone that maybe you'd want on your team, a best friend or your mom or whatever. My Aunt Alicia, I feel weird saying Alicia. My Aunt Alicia, she would say, she was saying, that's how it should go in your day. It will make things easier. You're putting your business first, and then you help your team.
Yep. It's like the airplanes. You have to put your own mask on first before you can take care of your baby, right? We're no good if our own business is dying a slow death and we're trying to lift people up. It's not going to work. You guys, this is discipline. Your phone is blowing up overnight. I do with everything before I go to bed, and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, what? Why don't you people sleep? What are you doing? So I have to prioritize and be not that I'm ignoring you at all, but I have to take care of what I need to do to keep my own funnel flowing, and then take care of our team. All right, you guys, we just have a few minutes left. Anything else, Haley, before we open up for questions?
Nope, I think we covered it.
Who's got questions? We can just unmute yourself. Wen, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, my question is really quick. Do you know if Facebook has a time limit? This afternoon, I spent a ton of time loving on my peeps, and I'm going to do a post in a little bit, like hours wise. I started at like 1 o'clock this afternoon and I messaged like 20 people. Being a friend. So like, yeah, that's my question.
I don't know. Do you know, Bridge?
I've always heard it's the hour before, commenting on their posts and messaging them. So I've always kept just my running list, like my top people for that day. I just kind of choose, and I'm just like, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't get to it, but it'll even carry over to the next day if you're like, oh no, I just can't, but I need a Plexus post up. But that hour before is supposedly the magic number.
But you could, I guess I could go back and just say, girl, it was so amazing chatting with you today. That's all I need.
Yes.
Right? Just needs
Just
to be
a
another
little
hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A heart.
You know, and like she said, like there's kind of like maybe a magic window, but I feel like it's still, I feel like you said, like it kind of can carry on a ways, you know, just kind of seems that way from my experience. But this is why you be a good friend and then you go. And like if you can knock that out pretty, like boom, boom, this is my agenda for now. I'm going to go do this. And then this, it's going to be your sweet spot. But then of course you're going to put out stories during the day and, you know, post something else later maybe, but your intentional activity might be better back to back. Any other questions?
Jasmine just asked in the chat.
Okay.
She asked if messaging is what boosted you, like in their message or in their news feed, or if commenting. You want to comment on their pictures. Messaging, I don't think is going to boost you in their news feed.
Yes, it does.
It's going to be commenting.
Does.
It does?
Mm-hmm. Messaging does.
Okay, good. Well, then also comment on their pictures. I prefer that.
Yep.
Unless I absolutely love one of their pictures and I'm like, hey girl.
Yes, it does boost you, and it's a more personal connection. Okay. And especially sometimes I go to their wall and I'm like, they haven't posted anything since 2014. And I'm like, so you got to get creative. Send him a message. Yeah, Lori, are you still raising your hand, Wendy? Okay. Go ahead.
So one of my cheat things is I have commented on their stories because that's like messaging them. So that's one of my little cheater things that I do. If I can't find, if they haven't posted in a while on their main page or whatever, I'll just go in there and cute picture, or send a heart or something like that.
Love it. Great.
That's good.
Anyone else?
This was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we hope that it helps. Be a good friend, post authentically. That is the basic, the very, very tippy middle center core of IPAs. So we're going to, do this IPA challenge in the next Tuesday through Thursday for Guts and Grace. And, it'll kind of give you a list, a rundown. We're going to be working towards the event on Thursday night. But don't be overwhelmed by that list. It's really it's being a good friend and then strategically and intentionally posting and commenting. So
can I tell them how this IPA challenge is so simple? The posts are like this long this time. And it's so funny because I did not talk to Alicia or to Haley about what they were going to talk about tonight, but literally, number one, this was the best IPA video I have ever seen. I'm so glad you're recording. Truly, it's amazing. And then, our IPA challenge from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are for literally your sweet mama could follow this little paragraph. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're having an invite event thing on Thursday. It's going to be good for your people who want to get their products paid for, covered, money back, whatever.
Awesome. So we hope you all join that. And then it'll be in the April Showers thread, right? And then posted to GG Diamonds.
Correct.
Okay. So be looking for that starting Tuesday. All right. Well, we have 1 minute, 30 seconds left. I think we're good. Unless anyone else has any other burning questions. All right.
I might have I have something else.
Okay.
I have found best times to post during the day are 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m., and then 8 p.m.
Okay. Perfect.
So, like,
great
on the
information
dot,
to have.
both.
Yes, that is such good information to have because it does matter, guys. It does. We want to be posting while people are on. So please message us if you have questions. Is this a good post? If you want us to preview it and help you tweak it, do not take offense if we come back and say, maybe consider changing this or whatever, because it's really just to help. But we're so happy to help you guys do that so you feel like you kind of got the swing of it. So, all right, guys. You all have a good night. Thanks for joining in. It's
Bye, guys.